Okay, today I'm just going to show you how to do your foundation. I've already been in the shower, dried my hair. I used my body wash, which is nice and creamy and smooth. I love it. And then I also used my 3-in-1 cleanser, and mine happens to be the normal to oily. There are other versions if your skin is not normal to oily. All right, so getting on with the makeup. I've put on my moisturizers. I put on my neck lifting cream, my eye cream. That's about it, ready to go. So I'm just gonna put on a little bit of this concealer just to cover up. I don't have the spot on yet, which I would probably not be seeing these imperfections right now if I did. So I have a couple right here. And I've also got a few brown spots that are still there. They are slowly disappearing thanks to the skincare line that I've started using here. I love it, obviously, or I wouldn't be doing this. And I just kind of pat that on. You can use a brush if you like. I just use my finger. All right, and then once that's on, I just let it dry for just a tiny bit. And while that's dry, I'm going to talk to you about the moisture or the foundations. So there's 3 different types of foundations. I use 2 out of the 3. I use the Color Corrected Tinted Moisturizer for like everyday use. So like for today when I'm home and I'm just cleaning, I'll just use this one. If I'm outside gardening, it protects me. If I'm just running around the house, it protects me. It really is like a moisturizer on top of your skin, but it's tinted and it does adjust to your color. You can see mine's almost gone. I've been using it a lot this summer. Mine's the medium. There are, I believe, 6 different shades of this, but the cool thing is it does just kind of go in with your skin and adapt to your skin. So you really, if you're off a little bit on the color, it works for you. That's what I love about this. It does counteract redness and decreases sun and age spots. Okay, so that one is something you can use daily. It's called CCTM, Color Correcting Tinted Moisturizer. So I'm going to pop that on for you right now. And I, unlike some people, like to use a sponge. So I'm just going to get my sponge a little bit wet. Yes, your sponges should be wet, but not dripping wet. Here's my sponge. They do increase in size a little bit, which is kind of cool, kind of fun to watch. And then I'm just going to put 1 scoop. You can also put it on the cap, but I just put it right on my sponge. And then I'm just gonna pop it here. Again, this is the Color Corrected Tinting Moisturizer. Again, mine is in medium. And I'm just patting it on just like you would with a brush. I apologize if I'm looking in the wrong spot, but to look at the camera and do this is a little different than looking at the spot where you're looking at me. So you can kind of see how it's just covering very lightly. You can also layer these products, so you could use 1 layer of this and in 2 layers if you wanted to once it dries, if it didn't go on quite thick enough for you. Didn't give you quite the coverage you wanted. Okay, once you have that on, and I think I pretty much have it on, don't forget to do your neck. Again, patting. And I feel like I just need a little bit more, so another half of a pump. Just didn't feel like me. It's just my phone mirror, I guess you could call it. A little different than my regular mirror. And you can already kind of see how it's blending in and making my skin look a little smoother. So at that point, you can be done for the day if you want to, or you can just put on some eye looks. You could put on some eye pencil. You could use the Shadow Sense to put on a little black just around your eye lashes. You might want to put on some eye primer just to keep your lashes growing and healthy. That could be it for the day. But let's say this is a day where I'm actually going to school, or let's say it's parent-teacher conference day and I want to go a little bit deeper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with my anti-aging foundation. Now at my age, I use this. There is another one for younger people that doesn't have quite the ingredients in it, I guess, that helps to prevent from aging. So the MakeSense Original Foundation, it looks like the same bottle, also available in 16 shades, is oil-free, water-resistant. It's a liquid foundation, works on any skin type, And with the moisturizer, it provides a mechanical shield. So for you younger people out there, this might be the one that you would like. Again, 16 shades. This one's called Dewy, and I like that one. It pretty much matches my skin all year round. I rarely have to change. Again, I'm going to use my sponge. I probably should use a different one for this, but I don't. I just use the same one. One scoop again, or one pump. And then I just pop it on those different areas. You can see it looks a little bit lighter than the medium controlling moisturizer, or CCTM. But it does blend all together, which is what I love about it. It's kind of like being an artist, and you just keep adding layers to your painting. Your painting being your face. And I love painting, so maybe that's why I love doing this so much. Okay, notice it's really not helping with my dark spots yet, but once I get a little bit farther into the day, those will disappear. And there is again, under eye concealer. I should have put maybe more on there. Or there's just one made especially for that you can pop on. There's a lot of different treatments. Right now I'm just using the skincare and not any of the treatments. Okay, you can kind of see, I think, how that's pretty well blended. Again, it's kind of hard to see in the phone. I have to get a little better video system, I think. Again, do your neck, pop it in. It looks a little bit glossy, shiny, greasy maybe at first, but I love it because it stays on all day, and within an hour or so it looks powdery. It goes from cream to powder. Okay, and then something I do if I'm going to be maybe going out. It is my anniversary today, so maybe we'll go out tonight. I won't even have to redo this if I work all day outside. Okay, so this is the CCTM. It's a little bit darker version. It's called the medium deep. I use a different sponge for this. Again, it's wet. Put a little tiny bit on because I really don't need that much. I'm just going to use some contouring. I put that in where I should have like an indentation in my cheeks, which if I was skinnier, I would. And that just kind of gives you a little shadow look. Put that wherever you think you might want. Some people put it up here. If I had a brush in my hand, which I don't right now, but I could maybe do it with this. Put it on just the sides of your nose to make your nose look a little thinner. And then also under your jawbone to make that look a little more defined, I guess. Okay, you can kind of see how that works. So now I actually have 3 layers on. I have CCTM medium on the bottom, and then I have my anti-aging dewy foundation in the middle, and then I put this on the top for contouring. One last thing you might want to do, unless you're just home for the day and don't really care, is put on a little blush. Excuse me. So I am using, it's called Pouty Pink. There's like 5 different colors of blush, I believe. I've used a few. I like the Toasted Rose, probably my favorite one. But for summer, something a little bit more. So just one little dot, all I used. This lasts forever. I still have one from 3 years ago. I put on your cheeks, and they say to smile to find where your cheeks are, but I don't really think I need to do that. Okay. And again, put that wherever you want to look a little pinker. And that's it. That's your foundation. Now, the next part would be your eyes, of course. I'm not going to do all that in this video. This is just to show you a foundation. Any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.